Imagine recovering from surgery, but you're just struggling with this foggy mind.
Right.
Or maybe living with that kind of persistent joint pain that really just limits your everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Medical advancements are always happening, but sometimes the most intriguing developments and maybe the most unexpected corporate moves come from places you wouldn't initially think of.
Definitely.
So today we're taking a deep dive into 180 Life Sciences Corp. It's a company that's making some truly eye-opening announcements about its intellectual property.
Yeah.
But it's happening right alongside a pretty surprising strategic shift.
And that's really our mission for this deep dive, to sort of unravel that corporate mystery for you.
Okay.
We'll unpack the recent news from 180 Life Sciences, focusing on two specific patent developments and what they might mean, the broader implications.
Right.
We'll guide you through what these patents actually protect, why they matter, and maybe what they reveal about the company's path forward.
Especially with this dramatic pivot they're doing.
Yeah. Exactly, this pivot that the company is currently undergoing. It's a fascinating study in strategic agility or maybe strategic confusion. We'll see.
Okay, let's unpack this unusual situation then. We're looking at a press release from 180 Life Sciences Corp, and it highlights how they're strengthening their foundational scientific assets, their legacy intellectual property, they call it.
Legacy IP.
But here's the real twist, the part that makes you go, The company is also explicitly stating it is currently pivoting to the global iGaming sector.
Yeah.
With a clear focus on online casinos. So one minute they're talking about, preventing cognitive decline.
Serious medical issue.
Yeah. And the next they're talking about, I don't know, online blackjack tables. It's certainly a unique business card, isn't it?
It really is. This kind of strategic divergence, it isn't entirely new in business. We've seen companies pivot before.
Sure.
But seeing a biotech firm, an innovative biotechnology company, as they describe themselves,
Right.
jump feet first into online casinos, that definitely gets your attention.
It does.
What's truly fascinating here is this juxtaposition. You've got 180 Life Sciences announcing significant value enhancements to its existing patent portfolio. Aiming to build lasting value through scientific innovation and protecting these legacy assets.
Makes sense for a biotech.
But simultaneously, their focus is shifting dramatically to acquiring or developing online casino businesses.
Right. And related entertainment stuff, too.
Exactly. Leveraging a recently acquired proprietary technology gaming platform. Now, this isn't just some casual side project. It brings its own huge set of regulatory challenges, completely different market dynamics, a whole other competitive landscape compared to biotech.
Totally different worlds.
It really raises an important question, I think. How do these two, seemingly disparate worlds connect?
Yeah.
Is it maybe a way to fund future biotech research and development without relying on the usual, often slower venture capital routes?
Interesting thought.
Or maybe it's a hedge against the long, really uncertain timelines of drug development.
That's a fascinating tightrope walk they're attempting. It does suggest they see their original medical patents as, valuable assets. Assets to maybe sell or license out or perhaps even use as collateral somehow.
Right. Monetize them.
While at the same time, they're chasing potentially faster returns in a completely different market.
Yeah.
So, okay, while they're building out this iGaming thing, what exactly are these significant scientific achievements they're so keen on protecting? Let's start with the first patent you mentioned.
Okay, the first one is in a really crucial area. Post-operative cognitive decline, POCD.
Okay.
So the United States Patent and Trademark Office, the USPTO, has granted U.S. patent number 12,325,744B2.
Got it.
And the title is Methods and Agents for Preventing or Reducing Post-Operative Cognitive Decline.
So pretty clear what it's about.
Yeah, it protects methods and therapeutic uses designed to reduce or even prevent cognitive impairment in patients after what they call a planned inflammatory trigger. We'll think major events like surgery or maybe chemotherapy. Things that cause inflammation.
Right, okay.
It also extends to treating patients who already have cognitive disorders that get exacerbated or made worse by some prior inflammatory exposure. So this significantly strengthens 180's intellectual property in that whole neuroinflammation and surgical care space.
Also valuable.
It is. And it's also notable, this specific patent, it's actually owned by the Kennedy Trust.
Oh, okay. Not 180 directly.
No, it's licensed to 180, so that's an important detail. But for you, the listener, Just consider the profound implications here. Reducing those often disorienting, sometimes really lasting cognitive effects that patients experience after major medical procedures,
Yeah,
that's potentially a real game changer for recovery. A huge improvement in quality of life.
absolutely. It sounds like a huge potential impact for patient well-being, for sure.
Uh,
What's the other major patent development they're highlighting?
So the second area, this news comes from Canada, the Canadian Intellectual Property Office,
Oh,
CIPO.
TIPO, right.
They've issued what's called a Notice of Allowance for a patent application.
Okay, so not granted yet, but close.
Exactly. Once they pay a fee, a Canadian patent will be granted. And this one covers a method for treating localized fibrotic disorders.
Fibrotic disorders, like scar tissue.
Essentially, yes. It involves using something called an IL-33 antagonist.
Okay, IL-33 antagonist. What does that do?
So, for those maybe unfamiliar, an IL-33 antagonist is basically a compound. It's designed to block the activity of a specific protein, IL-33.
And IL-33 is bad.
Well, it's known to contribute to inflammation and fibrosis, which is that excessive scar tissue formation you mentioned. So by targeting it, the idea is to reduce that scarring.
Gotcha.
And this particular intellectual property, it supports 180's clinical and translational focus, their legacy focus, really on novel anti-fibrotic therapies.
Okay.
And they specifically mention direct applicability to disorders such as Dupuytren's disease and frozen shoulder.
Ah, okay. And for anyone who might not be familiar, Dupuytren's disease, that affects the hand, right? Makes fingers curl.
That's right. And frozen shoulder, well, it's pretty much what it sounds like, limits shoulder movement significantly. Both can be incredibly debilitating conditions.
Yeah, often severely limiting mobility and causing, significant pain. We're talking about potential real, tangible relief for patients who currently have pretty limited options.
Precisely. And the source material specifically notes that both of these conditions, Dupuytren's and frozen shoulder, they currently lack safe and effective non-surgical treatments.
Right. Surgery is often the main path.
Yeah. So this new intellectual property, which, unlike the U.S. patent, is owned solely by 180 life sciences.
Ah, okay. That's a key difference.
It is. This IP could offer a genuinely new therapeutic approach for you, or maybe someone you know who might be suffering from these really frustrating conditions. It definitely makes the IP potentially quite valuable.
So, okay, let's put the pieces together. We have these two significant scientific breakthroughs, these patent developments. One for post-op cognitive decline, licensed, the other for fibrotic disorders, owned by them.
Right.
Meanwhile, the company is making this very public, very deliberate pivot to iGaming, online casinos. It still feels like a corporate puzzle. How do these pieces actually fit together for 180 life sciences?
Yeah.
I mean, does a dual-track strategy like this risk diluting their focus? Or is it maybe some kind of brilliant way to de-risk their whole portfolio?
That really is the core question, isn't it? From the company's stated perspective, both of these patents, they ultimately enhance financial value for 180 shareholders. That's the line.
Okay, shareholder value.
The company believes these developments significantly enhance 180's proprietary platform across two critical therapeutic areas, neuroinflammation and fibrosis, and reinforce the company's existing biotech IP estate, their legacy assets.
Right, bolstering the old stuff.
Yeah. And their CEO, Blair Jordan, he stated that these patents represent, quote, not only innovative approaches to high-need clinical problems, but also valuable potential drivers of long-term shareholder value.
Okay, so linking innovation to value.
Exactly. And he also said they remain actively engaged in strategic discussions concerning the advancement of these and other original biotech assets in its IP portfolio.
Discussions about what to do with them.
Seems like it. He hinted at potential future partnering, licensing, or strategic transactions aimed at maximizing value for shareholders.
Ah, okay, so selling or licensing them off.
That seems to be the implication. Maximizing value from the legacy assets while the company focuses its main efforts now on the global iGaming sector.
Right.
So it really suggests this dual-track approach to monetizing their assets. Keep the biotech IP valuable, potentially sell it off or license it while building the new iGaming venture.
So appealing to different kinds of investors, maybe. Funding the new venture with the value extracted from their past scientific work.
That could well be the strategy. It certainly forces us and you, the listener, to think about how companies define and realize value in today's, rapidly changing economic landscape. It's not always straightforward.
So there you have it then, a deep dive into a company that's simultaneously trying to cement its biotech legacy with these potentially groundbreaking patents, while also vigorously stepping, maybe even leaping, into the completely different world of online gaming.
Yeah.
It's a truly fascinating look at how core scientific assets, intellectual property, can drive value in unexpected ways, even as a company shifts its primary focus entirely.
It is.
This pivot isn't just some corporate curiosity. It seems like a really bold play. It kind of redefines how companies can extract value from their IP, essentially creating two very distinct value propositions under one corporate roof.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with a really important question for you to consider. In this world of, constantly evolving business strategies, how can companies truly balance that long-term, often slow but impactful work of scientific innovation with the potentially much faster returns, maybe riskier returns too, of entirely different industries like iGaming? And what does it ultimately mean for the future of highly specialized intellectual property, like these medical patents, when its original creators decide to pivot so dramatically into a completely new sector? Does the IP get the focus it needs? Does its potential get fully realized?
Lots to think about there. A really interesting case study.